me, what brings you to Arizona today?
Well, this is not the first time I come to Arizona. I was here last year in October, and we had several conversations with different actors, and we continue working during the year. And now, fortunately, we have some things to deliver. I think that the most important aspect is that related with the semiconductor industry, because Arizona is going to be the hub of semiconductors in the USA, and that's a very, very important position for Arizona. The future of Arizona seems bright because it's engaging in the most modern economy. But there is an issue, which is that most of semiconductors are produced in China and in Taiwan.
Right.
And as anybody can learn, there is a kind of geopolitical stress, and nearshoring is an option in order to bring to places closer to America the production facilities of semiconductors. And semiconductors are needed for everything. Anything that has an electronic ingredient needs semiconductors. There are cars that have literally millions of semiconductors. So Mexico is going to participate in the supply chain, and we are also looking at the importance of having human capital. That's why we are going to sign an MOU with the Arizona State University in order to have a specific career for semiconductor industry and bring engineers from North America, mainly from Mexico and the USA, to the university and prepare them to deal with all the demand that is coming.
As you probably know, our Governor Doug Ducey, has been a big proponent of the semiconductor industry here in Arizona, but he also has been a big advocate for the U.S.-Mexico relations, specifically also Arizona relations with Mexico. He is about to step down as governor. He's completing his second term. How great of a job, or how would you rate the job that he has done to keep that strong relationship between Mexico and Arizona?
Well, I think that the multiple aspects of our relationship, it's something that helps both communities to grow. And we're stronger if we work together. We're stronger if we see ourselves not as two different, let's talk about Arizona and Sonora. Two states that complement each other instead of competing. And that's the way we want to see North America. Three countries that complement each other into a huge, big world's productive region. We are called as a region to be the most competitive, the most humanitarian, the most united country region in the world. And not only because we have trade and economic agreements, but mainly because we share values. We believe in freedom, we believe in democracy, we believe in values that unite society and social tissue like family. So I think that the future of our countries is going to be stronger because we are working towards that goal.
Speaking about the future, here in Arizona, we are going to have a new governor, and Katie Hobbs. She has been elected as our new governor. While you've been visiting Arizona, did you get a chance to meet her or anyone from her new administration?
Well, indeed, I have dinner tonight with her and her team. We are very excited about this conversation Because you see, the relationship between Mexico and the USA, it's beyond politics. It's beyond government. It's very broad and very wide in everything related to society, economy, culture, food, cuisine, recipes.
Yes.
So we know that we're going to have a very good understanding because that's how we have been working with Arizona. And what I see is that Arizona is going to be a very important partner of Mexico, not only in economic terms, but there are macro projects that can be done. Mm-hmm. Let's just choose one subject, which is water.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Water is a challenge for the world because of climate change. It's a challenge for the Western USA and the Western Mexico. And we have to work together in order not just to know how to distribute better the water, but to produce more water, fresh water. And that can be done with technology, that can be done with infrastructure. And there are things that we can develop together in order to achieve that goal. And those are the conversations that we need to really be engaged in the future instead of just talking about politics.
Beyond Arizona, why is it important for the U.S. and Mexico bilateral relationship to focus on a regional approach? And you already talked about this a little bit.
Well, I'm glad you raised the issue because, when Russia invaded Ukraine, many things changed in the world. When you see that European countries that used to be neutral asked to join NATO, mm-hmm. that shows how countries want to build up protection and build up regions to grow in a safer way. And the region that we have to build in North America, it's obvious. Mm-hmm. We are already in that path since we signed the NAFTA agreement and then the USMCA.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so we need just to understand that becoming allies, not just neighbors, not just partners, is the future and the vision of North America in every aspect. And I believe that we can show the world, we are almost 500 million people. We produce about 30% of all the GDP of the world.
Yeah, wow.
And let's say Mexico, what is Mexico for the USA? Last year, Mexico imported and bought from the USA more than the whole European Union together.
Wow, that is pretty significant.
Yeah, we are a bigger market for the USA than the whole European Union. And this is something that is not recognized in people's mind, in everyday life mind. But every American wakes up, goes through the day and sleep with Mexico because there are so many products, so many services, so many things in their lives that there is no consciousness about how deep is our integration. Mm-hmm. And that, regarding Mexico, is the same. We have to build up a new narrative about our relationship, which is not just some areas of conflict. We have to solve those conflicts, but we have to bring some light to the huge integration and how we work together already to make a better life for everybody.
That answers all of my questions. Anything else I'm missing that you would like to add?
I just want to say that I feel great to be in Arizona. Yesterday, I had the chance to go to the botanical garden. Wow.
Yes. Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's breathtaking. I really love cactuses. I am a plant lover.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go out of that place.
Yes.
It's so beautiful.
It's a must-see when you visit Arizona, for sure.
Yeah, but the first time I came, I couldn't see it, and I'm glad that I did yesterday.
Yeah.
And I find the people in Arizona, people that likes to work, but they also like to live and to have fun, and there is an equilibrium in their lives, which is something very important. And that's something that in Sonora you can find too.
Yeah.
So I think that the future for our societies, it's a future of a connection that will lead us to have a better future in a very demanding and challenging world.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you so much for coming down to do this interview with us.
No, thanks for the invitation. I'm very glad that you did.